Hey y'all. Hey y'all. FFG is ready to come back after exposing last weekend that BBJ had passed. If you're following the girl world, you'll know that BBJ was a cat that um, Chantel, Foodie Beauty, was going to put down so that she could move to Syria, and apparently was not being cared for properly to begin with, based on the litter box situation and apparently embedded toenails, or I guess they'd be called toenails. Um, and FFG had done a rescue by using a friend or sister in law or something like that, or girlfriend of the brother, to go and adopt the cat from Foodie Beauty. So it was recently revealed that roughly, I think that, okay, so if she was in Syria for 3 years and now she's going back because some troll has been online saying that she is Salah's new wife and you're not welcome here, but she has a pretty weird name. It's like McMuffin something. I don't know why she fell for that, but I guess probably because of Foodie's recent distress and crying videos and the fact that she's intoxicated or on something at all times. Um, she was particularly vulnerable to that type of attack. So this might be kind of interesting to watch to see if she actually does go back and whether or not she'll get picked up from the airport, shall we say. We'll have to see. But let's get into the FFG French fried girl arc of the story, because she has um, created some enemies within the community, but it's a tough community to operate in. And she has a large channel, a large following. I've been looking at the numbers, and she's still outperforming the people who are criticizing her for this. All right, let's go.
To see you. Long time, really long time. No bees this time, eh? Holy shit. Okay, so we're here to talk about a few things tonight. Okay. And I'm gonna tell you about the plan going forward, if you guys are cool with it. Because there is a going forward. Just hate to break it to a lot of people who think I'm walking away from the internet. I was just reading the chat before we started going, y'all. I'm not leaving Girl World. I am here. I am back. The sound is low. Okay, thanks for letting me know. Hold on, let me turn that up. Okay, I hope this is better. I can mess with it more if needed. You let me know, okay? Um where to start? Where to start? There's a lot that now I can't say. It's a part of why I have been gone. I have been advised not to talk about certain things for now. A day will come where I can talk about it all. But for now, there are some things that I cannot talk about. Basically, the who, what, where, when, but not the why. Okay? BBJ.
So there is an implication here that there might be a lawsuit. What kind of lawsuit? We don't know. It might be defamation or libel. If I think it's libel if it's in writing, it's defamation if it's stated verbally. Um, but I digress. I'd have to pull out the dictionary to double check on that. Um, so it could potentially be against her brother, who is giving a date that she says is inaccurate. it could be against React channels. So I really don't know what's happening here and how, like what the intention is.
I want to tell you guys what happened with BBJ and how she passed away. Okay. And I can. So, BBJ, every 3 months, as everybody knows, was going to have her urine tested so that they could check out what's going on with the kidneys. So, we were at the regular schmegular appointment. They go to take the urine sample is collected on these little, it's like these little crystals. They look kind of like cat litter, but they're crystals. And when you pee on that, they can collect the sample of that pee to test it. Okay. Well, BBJ wouldn't pee. Okay, and we're waiting and waiting and waiting, and now they can't wait anymore. So there's a way to go in with this little thing and pull out a little pee, get a little sample to go and have it tested. So they go in to pull out a little bit of pee, and they can't. They can't get the pee. And they say that it seems like there's some kind of a blockage. Okay. So the vet, regular vet, makes an appointment for the next day for BBJ to have an ultrasound. The next day, the ultrasound happens, and they find a bunch of masses around her bladder. So that's
Now, this could be for a few reasons. For one, I believe the cat is over or was over 20 years old. Um, Also, my cats have actually died at younger ages than that. And the reason being is that they were spayed and neutered later in life. And that can present complications as well. A lot of cats will form masses, as she says, which I'm assuming is either some sort of clog, like she's not digesting things properly anymore, or I'm not a doctor, by the way, I'm not a vet. But in the case of two of my cats, it's presumed that they had cancer because they were spayed and neutered later in life.
what was blocking them from being able to get the pee sample. Now, she hadn't stopped peeing. She was not suffering in any way, but they did say that this was going to, of course, cause suffering because she wouldn't, there would have been a moment coming up like where she would not have been able to pee. So they gave painkillers for BBJ for 5 days and said basically decide when to make the appointment to come back and humanely put BBJ to sleep before the inevitable happened. She was too old to do any kind of biopsies, God forbid, cancer treatment, anything like that. It was the most humane thing to do and exactly what the vets said to do. And that's what happened.
Which makes sense because the cat was probably in some discomfort at this point, but it would ultimately be debilitating. So there really isn't a choice here. And um, the thing is, cats and dogs, I think, are not treated for cancer like humans are. We have options available to us like chemotherapy. They are just given painkillers until it finally takes them over. They can remove it. Like, for instance, with my cat Snuffles, we removed one entire breast tract uh, the year before she died. And then the next year, I had to remove the second tract because at that point they were visible. You could see them. They were small, but they were visible. And so we removed the second tract, and she never recovered from the second surgery. She died on my master bed, in my bedroom in the middle of the night, and it was a big production. Like, she ran around the room, stopped breathing, and was had no fluids, pretty much. Nothing. Like, when my ex-boyfriend's cat passed away right after we had moved into a new apartment, that happened pretty quickly too. He was an obese cat, so I don't know what the underlying issues were, but he died in front of all three of us, my boyfriend, myself, and my son, um, pretty much right after I got home from work. And he just kind of laid down in front of the food dish, and yeah, that was it. That was it for him. Um, but in yeah, and then my other cat, he passed very quickly as well. It happened very quickly, and it was just a couple years ago where I noticed that he started sleeping in my bathtub and rarely coming out of my bathtub. He was still using the litter box right across from it, um, but he rapidly lost weight over the course of 4 weeks. I thought he got spooked because I went back to work. So I thought that he was just, depressed or something because I wasn't home all day anymore because of COVID. But that wasn't the case. Like, he had something that happened to him. I don't know exactly what. And so I had to take him to the animal shelter for to be cremated. Okay.
With BBJ. And it was incredibly sad.
Oh, wait, hold up. No, I took Snuffles to the animal shelter for cremation. I took Pumpkin to the vet to figure out what was wrong with him and if he could be nursed back to health. And he said no, basically. It was not going to happen. So at that point, I had him cremated too.
Incredibly sad. But I have no regrets about the rescue at all. BBJ was taken from a horrible situation that we all watched happening on live. She lived out the rest of her life in complete comfort, spoiled, well treated, well taken care of. And that's the most important thing to me, in my opinion. With what happened at the end also, I can't help but wonder, had she not been rescued, how long would that have gone without being checked? Would her previous owner have even noticed when the time had come, maybe, where she was having problems?
And it's important to note that when Chantel found out, Foodie Beauty, she didn't have much to say about it. Like, she was over it at this point.
How long would that have been until that was even noticed and looked into? So that is what happened with BBJ. Okay. I've pretty much stayed offline for the past few days. I've seen some of the things being said, of course. It's part of what I can't speak on. These things are very connected. Try to understand, okay? A day will come, like I said, where I can. For anybody who feels like they donated, people are talking about the super chats to, because of BBJ or whatever the case may be. Genuinely, if you feel that you were wronged, email me, frenchfriedgirl, all one word, @gmail.com. I will be more than happy to reimburse the super chats if you feel that you were wronged. If you want that.
You know, and I think she probably will make good on that because basically she started saying, you know, I'm not going to give updates on this cat. Let's not talk about the cat. But she, in the last video, had stated that the community is so toxic to begin with that she didn't want to become a target. And that's exactly what's happening right now, is that she, you know, every move is being criticized. And I mean, she lived very close to Chantel. Chantel had been doxxed by other people, I believe. A fella that has passed away since, but it's, you know, it is a tough community to be a reactor in. And so it makes it hard to relay personal news about a story that you covered, that you actually inserted yourself into, and that you sold calendars. That was one of the big complaints, is that she sold calendars. I believe she did that in 22 though, and it was a 2023 calendar. My dates might be off though. I don't know, like the last few years have been pretty foggy for me after I developed my own pain condition, which I talked about more extensively on the Eugenia Cooney video. And I've talked about several times. Talked about it a lot. But that's, you know, that's why I'm not always up to speed on everything, because there are some days when I'm just out of it, depending on what's going on. But I think it's, you know, in all fairness, this is great that she's actually coming forward and addressing her brother's claims. And it sounds like she is pursuing some legal action, maybe against him, maybe against reactors. I don't know. I have no idea, but we're not going to find out until it's said and done, basically.
Super chat back, okay? I genuinely mean that. FrenchFriedGirl@gmail.com, all one word. Send me an email. I can't go backwards, guys. There's nothing I can do to change the past. Nothing. But I'm going to move forward. I am. Tomorrow, we're going to be live at our regular schmegular, doing our regular schmegular thing. Reacting is what we're going to be doing as of tomorrow. Like I said.
And for me, that usually falls around 3 p.m. for the West Coast. So, I mean, when I have not been in too much pain and sleeping, I have generally watched her channel. She's my first go-to. And if I don't catch it live, I'll watch it later. But for other people, you know, they are watching all of this stuff much more closely than I am, because I have a wide variety of things that I look at when I am awake and I'm not, you know, completely lethargic myself from my situation.
I can't go back, but I can try, obviously, to do better. And here's what I want to do from me, okay? For all of December, every single stream that we do together, anything that's uploaded to the channel, anything, it's going to be a fundraiser through YouTube for the ASPCA. I'm going to give all of December, and we're going to go regular. We're going to do our regular schmegular thing all month. And It's all going to be to benefit the ASPCA through the YouTube fundraiser thing that I can put on the streams. Okay. That's what I want to do for all of December. That's what we're going to do over here. Okay. For now, that's all I can say. I don't, there's a lot I can't talk about right now, and things are connected. I have a lot to say. It's not the time. It's not the moment. The time will come. Okay. Thank you guys for being here, for waiting for me to come back. Tomorrow, regular schmegular at our regular schmegular. Okay. I hope to see you there. Take care, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, so I mean, I think she handled it as gracefully as she could, given the culture of this community and everything. I'll go through some of the comments. This community, let me do it like this. Welcome back. The lack of accountability and truth yet is mind-boggling. Leeching off your viewers yet again to donate to a charity. Come on now. All right. Yes, let's get back to the regular schmegular. Things are boring or insane on the YouTube streets right now. Just ignore the crazies. We'll get bored eventually. Well, I mean, there's been a lot of back and forth, so I don't know if it's really going to go away. Not only is this karma for being a fraud and a grifter, there is also karma for all the times you called Chantel's mom a whore. I loathe Chantel. At the same time, coming after her mom the way you have for years made no sense, as well as turning on so many creators in the same space for absolutely no reason. You are mentally unwell. That's not... no, you guys. Until I see legitimate evidence for whatever allegations are being thrown, all the noise is just noise. Look at the whole picture before you making your decisions, not only a few fragments. Hey FFG, sorry that I missed the stream, but I'm happy to see that you're back. I missed you. No one is perfect. Life is full of shoulda, woulda, couldas. In the end, I think you have a big heart for animals and would do nothing nefarious to them or in the name of them. I'm here for the fuck shit and a good laugh. Still here for you, girl. Gorlick being live is agonizing. I gave it an honest shot, and I've been bored as fuck. Please come back. He is annoying. Gorlick bread. I watched it. I didn't catch it while it was live because I was watching some other things, but I don't know what the comments about small channels was. Like, you're always like showing your numbers and look at me, I'm so big, blah blah blah. That's fantastic. Okay, you have less views on your video than FFG does on hers. So there's that. And yeah, I am a small channel, so if that was directed at me, I don't know what to say. I give people a fair shake, I think, and I do the best I can with what I have. As a business owner, and this is FFG's business, it is well advised to say as little as possible while getting professional, maybe legal advice. Any lawyer will tell you that there are implications of extortion and possibly defamation. She has issued an apology and offered refunds. She is providing a remedy. Any conversations that perpetuate the narrative of this person on YouTube could possibly result in restitution. Well, we're a commentary community, so I'm not surprised that, people that have had beefs for years still have their beefs, right? Why don't you donate your own money to ASPCA? I think that comes from watching Gorlick Bread's video. Why don't you donate? That's a good reply. Yeah, I mean, she's basically saying, I'm not going to earn any income on my videos for the entire month of December, which is the most profitable month of the year. So she is donating her own money, right? Leave Frenchie alone. Nobody is buying this. Just go away. Who are you, trolls? Anyway, where are you coming from? Some of these people just need to be blocked. I think I moderate my channel more than she does. More lies as expected. Get in the pasture, girl. To even attempt to react to anyone would be ridiculous at this point. You guys are going so over the top with this bullshit. I mean, it doesn't even, like, she'll share the information that she's allowed to share, I'm sure. Okay, translate to English. The fundraising appeal is all well and good, but in your current situation, it's inappropriate. It just gives the impression that you're trying to buy yourself some new respectability and instantly get more views in December than anything else. You're not really any smarter than Chantel, contrary to what you think. I don't know about that. Chantel is kind of dumb as a rock. Let's be real. Why should people give super chats and then donate the money to charity? That's not how it works. It's like a whole different setup when you're doing your videos for charity. It's not like you're doing a super chat. She's not going to be managing the money in this situation. It will go straight to ASPCA. Counting on super chats for donation, yet you should be one to give the money that you've been collecting for years, rewarding for bad behavior, and I'm sure another tax deduction off your taxes helps as well. Shaking my head. No, actually, you don't get credit for these types of fundraisers, actually. Because she hasn't earned anything off of it, right? So would you prefer that she just continues to operate as normal for the entire month of December, collects regular super chats, and then donates that herself? Because then if you don't trust her now, why would you trust that it's going to go that way? By actually using the fundraising process on YouTube, then you know where your money is going exactly, right? I've never heard her ask for money. I was present for the fundraisers and full proof of donations was provided. You people turn so quickly. She saved the cat and did her best. It was an old cat, you guys. For goodness sake. She said she will... Is that supposed to be... She said she will... Your super chat back. Just send her an email, love. All right, I don't know what... These are all people that I guess watched it after it was streaming, because she did stream and had a lot of trolls in there. My beloved, I'm so glad you're back. F the haters. They're just jealous. You are and always will be an angel for your good deed. And the others are just envious of how loved you are. Okay. Well, I think they're more envious of the fact that she makes more money, right? Thank you, Beezer. No problem, my love. If I can share even half the love FFG does, the world would be a better place. I donated. I don't care. What matters is the situation exposed who these other creators really are. And I've donated some super chats as well, but I didn't do it because of FFG. I mean, because of BBJ. So many freaking initials on everybody. I did it because I like her content. I like her coverage. She makes me laugh. And that's what I was donating for. I never specifically donated in the name of FFG. I mean, of BBJ. Sorry. It's 1:20 in the morning, you guys. That's really nice, Teardrop. You must be confused. You're looking for the PDF supporter channel, or the channel that faked cancer, or the one who hates dogs. Yeah. Okay. My mistake. You're not Teardrop. You are clearly Tracy. Please continue with the unhinged Tracy. What are you talking about? I I I don't I don't get the logic of that conversation at all. Thank you for being a true Beezer. Exposed that other creators aren't fond of grifters. That's a constant in this community, to not support a grifter, I guess. I, well, I mean, like, I think we all just watch what we enjoy, right? I think the real question is why? Why lie for 2 years? Well, you know what? I'm not going to go through all of this, but I will go back and read the ones that I put. So, I think, yeah, here's one. Hold your head up. BBJ had a life of abuse, but cats also have limited lifespan, as do all living things. My beloved cat went very quickly, lost half his body weight, and stopped eating and drinking. I took him in for the exam, and they recommended putting him to sleep too. So really, I mean, she's getting trolled like insane amounts. And obviously there's some underlying issues, family issues with her brother, who we don't know if what he said is correct, what she said is correct, but I'm sure it'll all come out after whatever dispute is resolved and however it is resolved. So I think that's what's important, and I appreciate that she has been giving us updates. I think that, certainly better than like calling Ballinger singing with a ukulele and thumbing her nose at her victims, right? Whereas FFG is like, clearly, the cat was old and didn't make it. But I didn't tell you. I just said stop talking about it, right? Anyhow, that it's sad. I like her channel. I'm gonna keep watching her. I think she's hilarious, and I love her intro song, which I could not include because she's copywritten it. But you go, girl. And I know she's going to be good on her word because she's been saving for years to buy a house. So I know she's got the money in the bank to actually get there. Anyhow, that is my late night commentary for you all. And best of luck to you, French Fried Girl. You take care, girl.